we are recording.
Yay.
Check that out.
Awesome.
And we can play. I think the game changes what it picks up.
Yes.
Yeah. You probably know more about that than me.
Just a little bit. But I know that you want to aim for -6.
Really?
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Because if you go 0, then that's how you get like that.
Like clipping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That,
Okay.
Like,
So we want to go a little further down.
yeah. So Matt, speak.
Ah.
That's your loudest. So you have to turn it down.
Yeah, because Matt's the loudest one in the room.
Yeah.
But I'm also the furthest one away from the microphone.
I don't speak very loud, so
Yeah, so we'll just put that a little closer to you.
there you go.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Why -6?
Because that's like a volume that I guess people like when they listen with headphones and stuff, like it's good.
And that's like
moderate.
comfortable.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know. That's what I've been taught, so that's what I've been shooting for. And every time my volume sounds good,
Yeah.
and
That's
it's always
awesome.
better to like record at a lower volume so you can bring it up, because if you record too high, then you can't bring it back down.
Yeah. No, that's awesome.
That's probably not playing the guitar right now.
I wonder if this will do it too. Oops. Where'd the cursor go? Here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that does way more than the little gain. Okay, now we can play with the gain again.
Yeah, and then if you go to edit the audio and you put like max peaks
Yeah.
to -6.
There we go. That's looking better.
Yeah.
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 Audio.
Yeah.
Actually, it's got a little red line
Yeet.
that tells you.
That's when it tells you that it's hitting
Yeah.
too high.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay. So I'll just do one more. Still.
I like that you're using Audacity though.
Open source, man.
I like it. I used Audacity to record my Spanish test in high school.
That's what Matt was saying. He
I
used
failed.
Audacity for it was when you were studying Korean, right?
Yep.
All right.
This is the deal.
Yeah.
For green.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So because my mic's here, I can't take it home and record a nice opener. So I'm just gonna like do the little opening.
Do the
spiel.
little opening spiel.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
I'll let you do
So, Corey, what are we doing today?
Seems looking pretty good. Thinking about we changed some stuff
Elon
up,
has
you know?
to fight his worst enemy, himself.
Too much power!
Under a building. What compelled you to do this?
Well, you see, there's this guy named Corey, and he was like, hey, you should do it. And I was like, no. And then I did. Why did I do it?
It's got kind of a weird structure for a movie because it was originally shot as a TV pilot.
I'm gonna do it with a little bit more speed. I came in and there was a camera and I was like, ah. This is gonna be a quality podcast.
Quality. Only quality. You're listening to Night Jams. This is John Thomas Pryor, your host, and I'm with...
Matthew Stearns.
Oh, hi.
The body language, didn't you give that away?
No, it did. But you said you were doing the opener,
Yeah.
so I was gonna leave it to you.
Yeah. So I'm with Matthew Stearns. Apparently he was leaving it to me. And then and the beautiful Andrea
Torres.
Torres. Yeah. I always remembered your last name because there's a Star Trek character that has that last name.
Really?
Yeah, in Voyager.
Oh.
Yeah, she's like the ship's engineer.
Now I have to watch it.
Yeah. I think you'd like her actually. She's
Really?
like half Klingon or something.
That's cool.
Yeah, and she's like a Spitfire in the show.
That's
She's always
awesome.
like, yeah, she's always like struggling with it, like her anger and stuff.
You know what show is really good?
Huh.
That new show that came out that is a spoof of Star Trek.
Orville.
The Orville, yeah.
I don't know about this.
It's so good.
It's on Hulu, so
Oh, nice.
you use my Hulu so you
I
can
can.
binge watch
You-
the whole thing.
You hooked me up.
I did.
I watched so
Yes.
much Rick and Morty.
It's
Yes.
yeah.
I love that show.
The Orville. It's a spoof of Star Trek, and it's really good.
Huh.
Yeah,
That's
it's
fun.
worth the watch.
Yeah.
We loved it. We watched it actually when it was on TV, but yeah,
Were you into
no.
What?
The Witcher at all? That game series? The Witcher
No.
I've heard of it.
I've
Witcher
seen
2,
it
Witcher
all my
3.
life, but no.
Yeah. Because
Witcher 2, Witcher 3. What about Witcher 1?
Witcher 1 was... Because, like, Witcher 3 really came... I haven't played it, but everyone talks about it in the sense that it's, like, it has, like, this crazy story. Like, it was, like... It brought all this, like, amazing storytelling and gaming.
Interesting.
But Netflix is making a Witcher original series.
No way.
Yeah, which is really cool that a video game that has like this like fleshed out world and this whole like, you know, monster hunter character.
Because it's own TV show.
Have you noticed how many more Netflix original shows are coming out?
It's because they like...
Netflix will just take anything? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, but they're like doing that new thing where they like start their own shows, like the originals.
Yeah.
And so now it's like blowing up.
Yeah. Like, and because Netflix had some really good wins with some of those shows, they haven't really flopped too hard, or their flops have gone unnoticed.
Yeah.
Maybe, which is interesting. So we'll see. Because like I get some, I don't know, like I don't know how old the trailer is I watched, and I don't know when that show's supposed to be coming out. It looked good, but also it was weird scenes to be showing. Like it was like random clips, like, oh, this is like, we got this scene done rendering out of the computer, put this in the trailer, you know? Like, this weird, like, castle wall falling down with a horse running through. It's like, he's like, the Witcher isn't even in that shot. Like, there's no one on the horse. Like, why'd you put that in the trailer? I don't know. So,
That's hilarious.
because I've had my hopes dashed upon the rocks before with those shows. Like there was this comic book series called Solomon Kane, which was made by the same guy that did
Marvel.
Conan, actually. Conan the Barbarian.
So not Marvel.
Yeah, same writer. And he was pen pals with the guy that wrote like the Cthulhu stuff. What was it? Lovecraft? Yeah.
I have no idea.
Okay, so this conversation is less interesting because you guys are giving me blank stares. Quickly moving on. Anyway, the movie was one of these movies that basically got a crazy big budget because the director knew how to like get the money, but he didn't care about actually making a good movie. So this is like this one. No, I was talking with Mike about it one day. Like there's like this notorious director that makes really bad movies and catches like actors right before they make it big. And so he's got this like crazy all-star cast, and he's got this like piece of licensed merchandise, and you're all excited because like, oh my gosh, that's this weird game series, and they're making this movie, and then it comes out, and it's just total.
So that guy's the director of that?
Of The Witcher? I have no idea, but it has that vibe. It kind of reminds me of that. And I was like, I don't know. But I'm playing The Witcher 2 with my brother right now, so that's why. Yeah.
How is your brother?
He's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been traveling a lot.
Yeah, I see it on Facebook.
Yeah, and so he just finished another one of the metal faces he missed. Yeah.
Looked good.
And so I was just hanging with him last night, and I got to see it and handle that. Yeah, came out super good. But yeah, for everyone that doesn't know, my brother's a metal artist. He does chasing and reprise, so that's very old form of metalwork where you dish sheet metal into like a bowl or a vase, and then you fill it full of like tree resin, and then you chase it with like hammers and chisels, and this tree resin acts like a flexible anvil, so it can kind of like support the art you're doing this. Like Mesopotamia did this, like the Romans did this.
That's cool.
Yeah, we actually got to see a museum at the Legion of Honor in San Francisco of like all these like silver Roman cups that they were like two vessels, and the outside one was all the decorative one, and the inside one was the actual vessel that held the liquid. So that was all smooth, and they slid them together and pinched them closed, so it looked like all one cup. Oh. And because like the cups were kind of broken because they were like some farmer hit it with his plow, which is surprisingly how a lot of crazy discoveries have been made. Yeah, some farmers plowing his field, snagged a chain, pulled some history out of a bog, and you're like, gosh. Yeah, that's what happens.
His land becomes a no-go zone because the government goes in and tries to excavate his entire farm.
Yeah, or someone's got to come out, and I don't know what that's like over there. I know there's people that do that in the States. I know that's a thing. But yeah.
So go back to movies and TV shows.
Yeah,
really
yeah. New art form. Anyway. Yeah.
Iron Fist season 2.
That's right. Everyone's
yet?
favorite show. No, I haven't
I
seen it.
haven't either.
Oh man. So that marks a particular podcast. Do you know about this project? Iron Fist is one of the reasons why Free Float has a podcast.
Really?
Yeah, because Mike and Joe and Lon got so upset at Iron Fist, they just rant behind the desk about it. And it was funny because like I watched it in isolation of this, and I had my problems with it, but overall enjoyed it. It was like, hey, not bad. And then the first person I talked about it was Matt here, and you enjoyed it. Yeah. And so I thought that was the consensus. Like, had some issues, but overall enjoyed. And then everyone hated it, and I wanted to make that a podcast because I thought it'd be really funny. Because Lon does kung fu, Mike's all about storytelling, and Joe's in a little bit of everything. And they just all had huge problems with Iron Fist.
It was funny actually. Right before season 2 came out on Netflix, I guess Joe and Corey were talking about it because Corey sent me a text and said, "Hey, FYI, Joe thinks you should be fired because you enjoyed Iron Fist season 1."
I was there for that. We were making the brick wall.
Was that what it was?
Yeah.
So I texted back. And I said, okay, fair, but I think Joe should be fired for having too many muscles.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, good comeback.
Yeah, I thought
you really saved it there.
I thought it was pretty good. Yeah. But it's worth the watch for the story.
Not the Iron Fist 2?
Yeah.
I saw
not 2. I haven't seen 2 yet.
Yeah.
1. It's worth the watch for the story.
I think only to see more Daredevil because you gotta understand. Actually, no, you don't have to understand Iron Fist at all to watch The Defenders.
No.
Yeah.
Do you?
No.
I mean, he's in it.
Yeah.
And you might need to watch it to understand why he's, rich or why his hand glows.
I mean, really, you just need to watch the sparks fly between Jessica Jones and Matt Murdock.
Oof.
That's really that.
Those
that
were
whole,
some sparks.
Yeah.
It was a little sparky. You could have caught a fire in there.
Yeah, they had.
That was so bad.
There's some things going on.
But Marvel is good.
Marvel's good.
And
is this the first commandment of,
of
Matt?
So Marvel is good. And to me, anything that Marvel does, I will like.
Okay.
So for real, they could literally just give you a dark screen for 30 minutes and I'd be like, wow, that was a good show because it was Marvel.
I don't know.
God.
I think I think Marvel has the complete capacity to break people's heart and just completely fall flat.
They could, but they won't.
No, I think they've already done that.
hope not.
No,
in
I
some
don't think
respects.
so because look at how much money they make. There's a reason.
No, just
Yeah.
no.
It's because it's good. People go and see it. 'cause
No, it's
good.
not.
Yeah.
Transformers makes a lot of money. Those are garbage movies.
Those are
They're
garbage
garbage.
movies.
Yeah,
But do you know why they make a lot of money?
because they're garbage and people like loud noises.
No,
You can't
people
lie.
like explosions.
You like
And
that.
Michael Bay just makes it go boom.
Exactly. That's why he watched it.
And that's why I like it, Transformers.
No, stop.
Is that his website slogan? Like,
We make it go bang.com.
or like MichaelBay.com, it lands and it's just like Michael Bay makes it go boom. Like it's just big impact font. That's the only thing on the site.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, someone should buy that domain and make that site.
That's hilarious.
What's your favorite director? What's your favorite movie? If you can't name a director.
My favorite movie?
Yeah.
Well, we talked about my favorite movie last time.
Oh, that's right.
Podcast.
Yeah.
Let's see if you remember.
Yeah. It was a Gran Torino.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. So that means your favorite director is Clint Eastwood. Yeah.
That's totally not what that means, but let's go with it.
No, it's because he directed that.
He did. You're absolutely right.
If
But-
it's your favorite movie, then he must be your favorite director. Logically, with Joe logic. I'm using my Joe voice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. We'll go with it. We'll go with it.
I did
Alright.
not know that was your favorite movie.
What do you think my favorite movie was?
I have
Silence.
I have no idea.
By the way, Andrea and Matt here are
What's the word?
In matrimony? Like I don't like I'm blanking on the word.
Engaged.
Like, engaged.
Yes.
Yeah. The step before marriage.
That
one. Like the one you've announced it, but you haven't had the party yet.
Between the kissing
Yeah.
and the marriage.
Yeah. That word, engaged.
You know that song?
No,
No.
I don't know that song.
It's a little kid song.
The little kid song?
Yeah.
Engagement?
No. Never mind.
Okay.
I'm embarrassing myself.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
No runner up. Like in the superhero department, any favorite directors or more
Let's just go
pop
with
culture-y.
let's go with that one the one with yeah.
The guy who filmed X-Men Origins with the bad Wolverine one.
X-Men was a good movie.
No, the really bad Wolverine one.
Oh, the really bad
Yeah.
one? Like the most recent one?
No, Logan was good.
No, it was bad.
I haven't seen it,
It was
but
pretty bad. I did an X-Men binge and I watched all of them in like a matter of 2 days. And Logan was the worst.
oh gosh.
Okay, it wasn't the worst, but
Clearly,
the ending,
the X-Men origin is the worst.
the ending was pretty bad.
Okay.
It was bad. Maybe just because I didn't like it, but it was bad.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
gonna be my rating.
All respects out.
3 out of 10.
But I've heard a lot of
Wouldn't
people
watch
talk
again.
about it, and I've seen clips from it. So, yeah.
Oh, so you've pretty much seen the whole movie.
Basically, yeah.
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 That's how that
Cinematic
works.
and archetypal and all those things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, X-Men. But Deadpool though. Did you see both Deadpools? Let's go.
No, I haven't.
What's wrong with you?
I'm not into it, honestly. I'm just like,
you haven't seen Deadpool.
look, I know Deadpool from the comics. I know exactly what to expect. I'm so glad that they didn't jack him up. I'm so glad that Ryan Reynolds stopped being Green Lantern and started being Deadpool. I'm so glad they did the mask right, and the suit right. I'm sure they're hilarious. It's just not my jams.
Did you at least watch the first one?
Nope.
Wow.
I just don't care. In the same way, I haven't seen any new Star Wars movies. I just don't care. I just like,
Okay.
I'm just
Yes.
over it. Yeah. It's just like, cool. I'm glad you guys are crushing it. Or whatever it is. Yeah. But not, oh, Matt's walking out, actually.
Hi, Matt. He's my ride home.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm totally behind all of the Marvel movies and shows, and so I really need to catch up.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I haven't seen Infinity War. I'm crazy behind. Yeah.
Okay, I saw that one,
Okay.
and I got so mad. I was like, why?
Why do you think people get so upset about those movies?
Because I know, like, a lot of older adults that I've spoken to, they're like, they've read the comics, and so they get really mad when it doesn't, like, go the way of the comics.
So it's mainly a purist thing. They didn't execute the story right.
Yes, I guess so. But I think some things are like, maybe it's for the better that they didn't go with the comics.
Yeah, because comics get weird.
Yeah.
They get really weird.
Maybe the
Like-
comics don't tell it that well, and the movie does.
Yeah, or you know, when you go to update something, like when they updated Iron Man. Like Iron Man was during Vietnam, so in the comics he was kidnapped by the Viet Cong, and in the Iron Man movie they just updated it to like jihadists. So like that was a really clean way to update it, because it was like a very similar kind of like guerrilla conflict, you know. So that's.
Do you like Star Wars yet?
Look, I grew up watching Star Wars. I've memorized those original movies, the prequels. Just I don't know. So the best thing out of the prequels was pod racing on the 64. Like that game was super good. It was the best racing game, I think, to this day. Apart from pod racing, I don't think there's anything new from Star Wars that I wanna be a part of.
So I'll give it to you. The originals were better. By far, they were better. Episode 6, Return of the Jedi. That's my fave.
Yeah,
right there.
no, it's super good.
But prequels were good. And now the sequels to the sequels of the prequels,
Yeah.
those are good too.
Yeah. Well, okay, so this is another podcast idea. It's like watching, because I haven't seen them, so I'm like the control test, right?
Okay.
And then going, and you can jump in on this. I'd
Yeah.
love it if you jumped in on this.
Okay.
Going and watching these with Mike and Joe,
Okay.
because they both have problems with, I think it's The Last Jedi they have problems with. It's like the most recent one that came out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and, yeah.
It had its fair share of problems, but it was still Star Wars, and I was still excited to see it. And I saw it,
Well, so
and I enjoyed it.
why do you think that excitement is, so exciting? Like, well, what makes you have such a wide berth of like?
Because
I
I grew
don't
up,
care. Like,
I grew
I'm gonna
up
enjoy
with
this.
Star Wars. I grew up watching it and playing it and living it because I was a Jedi. Okay.
Yeah.
I had the Jedi robes. I had the Jedi lightsabers. I had the Jedi action figures. I had the Jedi Legos. If it was Jedi, Star Wars, anything, I had it. Like, those like $90 Lego sets? Yeah.
Yeah.
I had some. Not
Nice.
a lot because there's a lot and that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
But I had some of like even like super expensive Lego sets because Star Wars was my thing. And it was always my thing. Star Wars video games, Star Wars action figures, Legos, real life playthings, lightsabers, robes,
Yeah.
costumes.
Did you ever like jump to a different like world or series after Star Wars, or were you like Star Wars all the way down, and then when Matt grew up,
Nothing.
nothing, Army.
I mean, it went like through my childhood. I would say the progression was like, little kid shows. We're gonna start with that, and we're just gonna combine them all in one. But then I would say it was like Superman, Batman,
Mm-hmm.
and then it was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles,
Nice.
and then it was Star Wars, and it stayed Star Wars for years and years. And then I'd say probably like middle school ish. It was just alright, cool. Like Legos are still dope, but Legos are dope, but I'm just gonna play video games now. And then it was just whatever video games I wanted to do.
There's a fair number of Star Wars video games, though.
I mean, oh yeah, and I played most of them. I
Nice.
definitely did. But, Call of Duty was a thing, and Battlefield.
Mm.
And I was just kind of a video gamer after that. So I didn't have one particular theme. But trust me, Lego Star Wars, video games, had every single one.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
I'm
Nice.
bragging about that. I had all of
So,
them.
in your dive in music, when you were
Yeah.
writing songs, did you
Yeah.
ever have a Star Wars song?
No.
No Star Wars songs?
Man,
No.
that would have been awesome.
Oh,
No.
do you know what nerdcore is?
No.
It's nerd rappers. So they rap
Like
about
that one Uber driver nerd who he like dresses like a nerd, and then people get in the car and he's like, "Do you like rap music?" And they're like, "Yeah," and he's like, "You want to hear me spit fire?" And they're like, "What? Sure, let's hear this."
Sounds
And
like
so
nerdcore
like
thing.
they pull out their phones and start recording this nerd try and rap, and then he's actually really good at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like one of my favorite nerdcore guys is Adam Warrock, and yeah, he's got songs about Silver Surfer and X-Men. He does like X-Men translates really well because they're all like mutants and they're like shunned out of culture and stuff.
Yeah.
So it translates.
That's
It
cool.
works really well.
No, never
And-
heard of it.
Yeah, it's super good. Adam Warrock's super good. And so I'm curious if you incorporated that because there's such a big
No.
thing.
No. Most
Any-
of my
any-
songs were just
Any
about depression. No,
Oh.
they weren't. Most of my songs didn't have words. It
okay.
was just music.
Okay. You hadn't gotten to the lyricist part of it yet.
Yeah, I wasn't a songwriter. I was
Ah.
a music writer.
You weren't. You needed a wordsmith.
Mm-hmm.
Is what you needed.
Yeah, it's because I've never been one to be good with my words. My nose itches. We're good.
Prime example.
Yeah. So, superheroes.
Yeah, superheroes. Superpowers.
We ended our last podcast.
Yeah, we had a question there. We left it hanging. You're like, if you had superpowers, what would you have?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're looking at me and said if I should go first.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd probably say,
Let's do this.
Yeah.
What superpower would you want to have above everything else? And then, what superpower would you never want to have?
Okay.
So like superpowers, right? Like you're born with them. Typically, I mean, there's a lot of origin stories where like it's like a lab experiment or whatever. But so let's just say like you're born with a superpower.
I was born with a radioactive spider shortly after my birth.
Which superpower do you want to have at birth, and which one would you never want to have ever? Go. What?
But you can literally think of like the dumbest thing. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, trust me, we're gonna get there.
No.
Will and I just had this conversation.
Oh, nice.
And he had some really dumb ones.
Like I really
they
like
would come in handy.
Okay.
for dumb superpowers, like manipulation of peanut butter. That's a good one. Like you can control all peanut butter.
Peanut butter man.
Yeah, you like, and like peanut butter is like doing whatever you think.
Mr. Jif. Get it? 'Cause
Yeah.
Jiffy peanut butter.
Yeah.
So Mr. Jif.
Stop. Right now. Stop. That was terrible.
Made us all laugh though. Alright, so
Yeah.
John, go.
I probably I'm very curious about it. Probably has something to do with like in the mind realm, like in the sense of like
Telekinetic?
yeah, some type of like psychic ability. Maybe not like reading minds, but maybe being able to, like, if I'm talking to you, I can see what you're thinking of the words I'm saying, so I know if there's any disconnect of like what I'm telling you and what you're experiencing, and then I can like fix the gap. I think that'd be very interesting. So it's like,
so for example,
ultimate.
if you were telling me about something to do with t-shirt making,
Yes.
I know nothing about. You obviously have some experience now,
Yes.
Judging off the t-shirt you're wearing right now.
Ooh.
And so you start talking about some technique, and then my mind is just thinking about elevator music, and you would know that what
Yeah.
I'm saying
Or
isn't being picked up.
Yeah, or I'm
because
seeing
I'm not putting it down properly.
if you're thinking in words, I'm seeing the words you're thinking in. And, I see the font that you're seeing. I see.
Okay.
I
If
see
it's
the
italicized or
image.
bold,
Yeah, I see
maybe
the
underlined.
image that you're playing with. I can see like how you're imagining the
Okay.
process, and I can be like,
Okay.
oh, like he's missing this huge piece, and
instead
I
of
can,
Times
like-
New Roman, I'm in Calibri, and
Calibri?
that's what it's called.
Fun fact about fonts and writing:
Okay.
there is no writing that cannot be portrayed in a font. Like even handwriting is a type of writing. Like there's so many different types of A's out there. Like there's so many. Like some have you got lowercase and uppercase, and then you've got all the different stylized versions of an A. And so there's some like idea of A that can never be fully shown because it always has to channel through some type of image, which is that's a fun fact about typography.
That's interesting.
Yeah. But if I derail a conversation, it's my job to get it back on topic. So that was me derailing it, and this is me getting back to it.
Is that your superpower?
Secretly, it's more of a curse.
It's over.
I don't know. I wouldn't really call it power. Yeah. Yeah, so probably something to like help in some sort of psychic ability. And if I trained it, being able to like move stuff in my mind, that'd probably be cool. That'd be a good progression for my character, I think.
Okay.
Which is, I think that's a side tangent of this conversation that not a lot of people go into. They don't talk about like their personal temperament and what power it would make them grow the most as an individual. And I think that would also be an interesting conversation, which just popped in my mind.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay, so now, which one would you not want to have? And let's just stick to the mainstream.
Yeah, mainstream powers.
What? So we're not going all crazy with
the ability to turn into an inanimate object.
Form of
chair.
Yeah.
I mean that might come in handy. That could come in handy.
Sat on, I guess.
I mean,
form of an empty carbonated bottle of water.
Being thrown away.
Recycle, Andrea. We're not animals. We recycle.
We raised in a
As
bottle.
I'm holding a bottle of Ocean Spray cran raspberry juice that is being recycled into a water bottle.
Well, that's being reused.
Yeah.
Reuse,
Yeah.
recycle, the same thing.
Reduce.
It's all green.
It's all
Reduce, reuse, recycle.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you not want?
Gosh, having like a lot of powers come with hitches, you know, like Rogue can't touch anything or anyone. She can touch things, but she can't touch people. I don't know. You just need gloves though, so like it's like pretty easy to like be. I don't know. I'd have to think about that. I wasn't thinking about what power I would
Alright,
want.
so let's go to Andrea. And
Okay.
you can think about it.
Hands down, telekinesis.
Why?
Because I can literally do anything I want.
Explain.
Like, I can move things, I can fly, I can move things.
You have the mental aspect of telekinesis, then you have the physical, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, because mine's the same thing, you know that.
I know, but
because
after you said flying, I
Yeah,
was like, telekinesis, and I was like,
Because
fly.
we've had this conversation, and she's convinced me that telekinesis is the ultimate superpower because it has so many different uses. Because you have the mental abilities, like you were mentioning, right? So you can kind of like see inside people's heads, but then there's also physical, so you can move stuff with your mind. And then, you know, if you're pushing out, you know, telekinesis waves to something to bring it to you, you can push and pull. So if you push and pull at the same time with the ground, you can fly.
Yeah, if you're making up your magic powers, sure, you can do all that.
Yeah,
Well,
technically
that's what
Like-
telekinesis is, right?
But like wouldn't it have? Wouldn't it be more interesting if it was limited? In the sense that like
would,
you can be more creative if you have less. You know, like the second you like refine to like
You're
I'm
limited.
gonna
in-
paint with acrylic and paint birds. You're gonna be more creative than if you're like do anything you want, interpretive dance, whatever. And you're gonna be like I don't even know where to start. And then the guy that's painting birds has already got like 3 birds done, and you're like still trying to figure out like what your medium is and trying to find some sort of parameters. And this guy's like already on bird 50 by the time.
But
you're
see,
like,
the thing is,
I think I'm making a video.
I already know what I want to do with my telekinesis.
Okay, what do you want to do with it?
Whatever. Literally,
I just want to fly.
whatever I
Nice.
want. No,
What power
I
don't
know what
you
I
want?
want. Hold on, I do know what I want with my telekinesis. I know what I want. So, I want you to close your eyes and go through this scenario with me.
Okay.
Close your eyes. Andrea,
Okay.
you've been there with me, but close your eyes and imagine it anyways. Alright, so you're driving, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's 5 o'clock in the afternoon. You just got off work.
Exactly 5.
Okay, give or take like
Is it
20,
summer or winter?
10, 20 minutes.
I
Hold on,
don't
hold on.
know what the lighting is. Is it summer or winter? What season are we
Okay,
in?
it's summer, John.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Okay.
Now I know.
Okay.
I was really dark
And
for a second.
it's 5:17 p.m.
Okay.
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 Alright.
No, that helps a lot.
And you're driving on Interstate 80
Okay.
through downtown Sacramento.
Okay, that helps because 80s are long. It's a
And
long
you
interstate.
you were at a dead stop because there's so much traffic. You're not moving at all.
And it's like it's rush hour.
Okay,
It's
exactly.
like everyone just got off work.
And everybody
He's using
is sitting still, right? So what you're doing is you're sitting in your car and you're like, cool, no one is being mean, we're all just sitting in our car, and there's one person, one bad,
I know where
bad
you're going
man
with this. I
who
know where you're
decides,
going with this.
you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna swerve through this traffic to try and get ahead a couple cars in every lane.
Okay.
So what he does is he constantly switches lanes, so he's always in the lane that's in moving the fastest.
Okay.
In doing so, he causes everyone behind him to slam on their brakes, causing more and more traffic behind that, causing longer and longer trails of cars. With my telekinesis, what I want to do
I know exactly.
is I want to take this guy's car and throw him into space. If I could do that with every person who does this in traffic, I will be satisfied.
This was a real conversation we had when he was stuck in traffic.
And I've had this conversation with her multiple times, so she knows I'm being legitimate right now. I want to take his car, and if I'm sitting in traffic and I see him cut me off, cut somebody else off, whatever, I just want to see him and just flick, and boom, he's in space. Because I just used telekinesis and threw him thousands of feet into the air into space.
That's some strong telekinesis.
You know what? I'm super powered, okay? My telekinesis is strong.
Yeah, because like, you know how much rocket thrust it takes to get to break Earth's gravity?
Takes a lot.
Yeah.
But you know what? He's gained it through the momentum of me throwing it. So he can burst through.
It's the rage of seeing this action, this injustice.
Yes.
Has built up.
And okay, if you wanna make it a little bit more realistic, and you know I can't throw him to space, that's fine. I'm gonna pick him up with telekinesis.
I think a conversation about superpowers I think we do need to pause and make it more realistic. I think we really need to slow down.
Slow down, okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna pick him up with my telekinesis.
You gotta know your limits, Matt.
Okay, this is my limits. I can't throw him to space, so I'm gonna pick him up with this car, because I can at least pick up a car, right? Is that fair?
I don't know. Do you have a brain aneurysm? Who knows?
Do you have the mental
fair?
capacity?
I'm just gonna shake him like a shaker cup and pre-workout.
Like
he's
how?
just gonna
like how,
shake up and down in his car,
this is a really good
and
question
maybe
about
spin a
telekinesis.
little bit like a blender, and then I'm gonna set him down on the shoulder of the road, upside down, so that he has to go tow truck, and then we're good.
Yeah, are you manipulating gravity? Are you like causing wind? Or is it some sort of wave? Like, what are you creating that's actually pushing the car up? Because like, if you think about wind, like how much wind does it take to move a feather compared to like move a bowling ball? You know, it takes like a lot of wind. So like, if you're moving like gas, like an air, you need a
My
ton.
shoe just split while we've been talking.
You could get great gas mileage though, because you could like lift your car and like take a bunch of weight off the car, and it's like sit down. That'd be very practical.
But what if it gives you a headache?
Oh, that'd be gnarly. I don't know. It's like,
Why would it give you a headache?
Because you're using your mental power to carry the car.
Okay, so then give me a headache. Guess what? I got rid of one bad driver.
yeah, because I think
make the world
I
go
think
place.
powers are best. Like Daredevil's a great example. You know, it's like he's a lawyer and like justice is blind, and like that's like this whole dynamic, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that he's like a blind lawyer and he's handicapped, but through this like he's pretending to be handicapped, but he's not. And it's this like whole. It's like more than this persona. It's almost like hurting him in some way, and he has to have like a lot of like character development to get over that. And a lot of his other powers come through like crazy training and stuff.
Yeah.
Because just having heightened senses doesn't let you
Beat up bad guys.
or flip crazy or like throw
side flips
sticks and like bounce them off walls 3 times and smack someone in the head.
True.
Yeah, that's like just gnarly training.
Alright, so I've diverted the conversations. Now we're going to get back on track.
I like this rule. Okay.
What superpower would you never want to have?
That's a good question.
Mine's invisibility.
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 You wouldn't want that.
Why?
No.
If we're on the Wheel of Fortune,
Well, because I'm
and
thinking
you
about
had the
this
Wheel
way.
of Superpowers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm fingers crossed, not invisibility.
Yeah.
Why?
So I'm thinking about it like this. If I'm going to have a superpower, I'm going to do what I can to go be a superhero. With other superpowers, there are, again, mainstream superpowers is what we're sticking to.
Yeah.
There are so many more good things I can do for people with other superpowers than invisibility.
Like infinite stretching.
Yes.
Like that's way more practical than invisibility
Yes.
for you.
Yes.
Okay.
Look at Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Look at all the things that he can do. Now, look at Susan Storm's just invisibility portion, right? Because she can do other stuff too with like force fields and other like magic, right?
Uh-huh.
But just the invisibility portion, what can she do? She can take her clothes off and walk around. Nobody knows she's there. That's about it.
But don't you want to be a spy?
You know, being part of being a spy is talking to people.
But like, it's also information gathering.
Okay.
You don't have to talk to people if you just be in the room when they say the thing you want to learn.
Hey, you know what? That's cool. That's fine. Whatever.
What?
I'll get my information another way.
No, wouldn't that be really helpful for you though? If you
It
were,
could,
if you were,
but at the same time,
well, let's say hypothetically
now
you were an
instead of being a
interrogator.
superhero, now we're being a spy, right? And in my scenario, if I was going to be a superhero, I wouldn't want invisibility.
Okay.
But now if we're going down another whole different, like we were at the fork in the road, you went left towards spy, I went right towards superhero,
Yeah.
right? If I'm going towards spy, then yeah, the superpower I have is going to be different.
Okay. Yeah.
I just thought of mine.
What is it?
Being the Thing.
Being
Oh,
the Thing.
Being a rock lady.
I would not want to be
Okay, so we're keeping this Fantastic Four themed now.
I think.
It just reminded me of that.
Yeah, I think walking through walls, that'd be bad. Because how do you control it? How do you not fall to the center of the earth and die in lava?
Right, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't die in the lava, you would just fall through the lava.
Yeah, but then how do you get back up out of the lava?
You fall through
If
the
you-
world
if
all the
you
way to
be-
Japan.
No, because you just go to the center and get crushed.
Yeah.
You don't know that.
Or
You don't know that.
Yeah.
Maybe force
Or-
can't crush you because you fall through the force.
Or you fall and the gravity merges with your powers and combines you with the rock and you will climb out of a volcano as the Thing.
I don't want to be the Thing though. So that's two bad things in one.
Yeah. You see, this is... So, secretly, I don't want to be the Thing either, because that's what's going to happen if I can walk
Seems
the walls.
really lame. Like,
Yeah, it does. But think about how strong he is.
yeah, but Superman's strong.
Yeah, but Superman has multiple superpowers.
I would so be good with being made out of stone if I wasn't that bulky. If I was still lean, I'd be good with that.
Bulky. So you can fit through doorways or what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, you think? There's this crazy old Fantastic Four movie, and they had this Thing suit. This is like from like the 70s, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really cool. It was like those Ninja Turtle suits, but it was the Thing. That had like a full animatronic face. It was really good. I was like, wow, that's awesome. We need to make more movies with costumes like that, because that's fantastic.
That's awesome.
Dang.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, if I wasn't bulky, I'd be good with it.
let's go back to you.
Yeah.
What is your superpower you don't want to have?
Yeah,
Because you need to think.
Yeah.
He said the walking.
Yeah, walking through walls.
Is that your final decision?
I think so. I think I could also live without. What's a lame one? Oh yeah, I could live without being like Blue Beetle. He's got like some space beetle on his back and gives him some like cool suit.
Okay, but Blue Beetle, I've never even heard of that. That's not very mainstream.
He's a random DC character.
Yeah, that's not very mainstream.
Yeah.
I would not want to be Iron Man.
No.
Iron Man doesn't have superpowers. He's just rich.
I know, that's the lame part. Like, being Iron Man, like, he has a thing in his chest, but
Yeah, he sure
I'd
does.
say Iron Man has superpowers.
you tell
What, being super rich?
No, he's built his power over years. Well, he's not just super rich. He's also a genius.
Yeah, he's smart.
Yeah.
Went to college.
Yeah.
Because everybody knows college is what makes you smart.
No, dude, he was like a child genius. He's like Elon Musk.
Elon Musk put a car in space.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like take Elon Musk.
I just had this conversation yesterday.
Yeah.
Elon Musk was like, you guys.
He's a pretty whimsical dude.
Guys, you know what space needs? You know what it needs? A car. and then they're like, Elon, my man.
Elon, I love it.
Elon,
let's do it. If only you had like a rocket company.
How are you gonna get the car there? He goes, you guys, we'll put the car on a rocket ship. And then send the rocket ship.
That's such a waste.
And that's what happened.
Yeah, but think how unexcited we are about space right now.
Oh no, I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, but like you're not talking about it with people though. It's like you're not excited about the newest Mars rover. You're not excited about the newest telescope. You're not excited about the newest discovery. You're not excited about what
United States Space Force.
Space Force is a cool idea. Yeah.
That's their salute.
Really?
No, I made it up.
Godspeed.
Just
yeah, it's like unless you just happen to catch something that Neil deGrasse Tyson said that week, you're probably not pumped about space. But then when Elon Musk puts a Tesla in space playing Starman by David Bowie and has a spacesuit in it and it's just like ripping through space. It starts a conversation, gets people pumped. In the same way when that astronaut that played Space Oddity on the space station, that got like millions of views, got a bunch of people.
Or that one guy that like teaches you how to do day-to-day tasks in space.
Yeah,
like brush your teeth.
Yeah, because like when
he sits there and goes like, okay, squirt the water, takes the toothbrush, squirts the toothpaste. And then he goes, but you can't really spit because we're in space, so, and he just swallows it. He goes, don't worry, it's special toothpaste that doesn't hurt your tummy when you swallow it. And he was like, yeah, it's pretty gross, but you get used to it.
Nice.
Yeah. And he's like, and then this is how you make, a ham and cheese sandwich. And he starts pulling all the stuff out. And he's just like squirting mayonnaise into the air, throwing some ham up, gets some bread, takes the bread out, leaves it right here, and then twists the bag up, puts the bag away, grabs the bread, comes back, throws everything on, and then just grabs the mayonnaise. And
think how often we actually live in 2 dimensions. Because like that's living in legit 3 dimensions. Because you can put something there and it stays. Yeah. Like I can, like, this space isn't very useful. This like upper quadrant right next to my head. That's not very useful unless I have like a drone or something that's flying there.
Just it's like right here.
Yeah, like that space is completely like the space on the ground is what. Like if I'm making a sandwich, I gotta lay everything out on the cutting board, and there's only so much surface of my cutting board. Yeah. That's gonna determine like where I put everything, the condiments, the bread, the meat. But he's like has it all just floating there. So
there's a lot more usable space in space. That's probably why they call it space.
Well, like think about like dolphins. It's like dolphins being able to like move through. We lost Matt. You laughed at your own joke when you passed out.
Oh my god. I'm good.
Okay.
Nobody else thought it was funny.
That's why they call it space.
Okay, I'm good. I'm here.
Yeah, they were gonna call it the inky black everything, but
no, I don't think they were. I don't think that was.
I don't
think that was in the hat for what they were gonna name.
I really wonder.
Words.
No, like Dumbledore, Neil deGrasse Tyson, and Gandalf all came together. They had a vote.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think King Arthur was there.
What
Merlin
else was on the ballot that day?
I think if to call French fries or French fries.
Okay.
I think they also decided that the Caballera flip was also completely okay calling it Caballera flips.
Okay.
No.
I meant what were the other options for the name
Inky Black of Space or Inky Black of the Beyond, I think was one.
The Beyond.
Yeah.
The Beyond.
No.
Heaven? No.
Yeah, Heavens was there, totally.
Heavens.
Where the stars live. Celestial spheres, that was a Roman thing.
See, I'm thinking it's just up.
Oh, yeah.
Up.
It's also down.
Where are you going? Oh, I'm going up.
Or down.
Yeah.
I'm going up.
Down.
Oh, where were you? Oh, well, I went up, and then now I came down.
Isn't it funny? Because you're going towards Earth, and you're going down, but then it's up once you enter the atmosphere.
It's not, because you're still moving down, though.
Because, Matt, space is below you and above you.
No, it's not.
Like, if you go through the planet...
Yeah, you go all the way through the planet in Japan and then come out the other side.
Space is completely surrounding us.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you go up or down. You will get to space. You gotta transcend the limitations of your mind.
Well, when the first person
Open
in
up
the world...
third eye.
When the first person in the world decides to get the...
Wow, you're so enlightened.
When the first person in the world can actually travel from point A all the way through in a straight line through planet Earth out the other side and then launch into space, you let me know and I'll say you're correct.
It's not that someone has to do that journey. It's the fact that that's a true journey. It's like it's the same thing that like thinking about
you don't have to do it in order for it to be true.
No, it has to be done, otherwise I won't believe it.
No, it's just a mathematical thing. Like talking about like grids or like an XY axis.
Let me a box of grid squares.
And just like we're on a sphere, and it's just like if you're thinking in like simple mathematical terms, like what if then statements, like if we are on a sphere, then it doesn't matter if you go up or down, eventually you will get off the sphere. It doesn't matter which direction you go, all directions will take you off the sphere.
But at this point in time, it is currently physically impossible to go straight down and come out the other side and go to space.
No, I just did it in my mind. Mentally.
It's not
Physically!
It's not.
My brain did it with the synapses.
It's
synapses.
theoretically possible.
Yeah, and I said it's physically impossible.
For us. As the human race.
I said!
No. It's just like a logic game.
Look, alright, so I'm
thinking.
I'm taking a geology class right now, right?
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, it's part of my general ed. And geology's dumb.
Ugh.
How dare you?
I haven't learned a thing from this class.
I phased through the planet and became a rock man.
But if I have seen one thing in this class,
Okay.
the core is very hot.
It's true.
And you would not survive, John.
No.
We cannot drill to the core.
No, it's
Because
a very
it's
thin
hot.
crust of stone.
Yeah.
And then the rest is molten. In the middle is nickel and iron, right?
I told you I haven't learned anything. I don't know.
It's this churning of all that nickel and iron.
There's the
that makes
crust, the mantle, and
magnetic
the
sphere.
core. And the core,
Nickel and iron.
you can't go through.
Well, it doesn't matter that we can't physically go through it. Mathematically, we can.
Okay, but I said physically.
Okay, so
As the human race,
here's a question. Here's a question.
As the animal race, you can't either.
Okay, but what if there's like some species that are like super advanced and they can do it?
Okay, so now we're getting into aliens.
Yes.
When the aliens come and give us technology to go through the planet, I'll buy it.
Photons can do it.
There you
Sun
go.
radiation
There
can
you
go.
go.
Like there's thousands of particles going through us right now from the sun. It's going right through us, right through the planet.
But sun radiation.
Or it's coming up. I don't know where the sun is right now. We're in a dark room with no windows.
That way.
It's like sideways, up through us. Yeah. They actually build these crazy tanks. There's one in Japan. It's this huge tank underground. It's filled with water and has sensors all around it. And it's a super sensitive thing to detect those very beams. So those particles that shoot. So the sensor can tell. I don't know why it's full of water. I guess it looks cool. I'm sure there's a science reason. So a sensor tells where it comes in, where it comes out, and it can like detect these like super like.
The sunlight is the water is probably so the sunlight is refracted through.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
Andrea's giving me that look like I'm full of crap.
It's an educated guess.
No, it's not. I'm totally making it up. If it's underground, the sunlight's not even hitting it.
But no, it's an educated guess because you're using your
I'm using the word
knowledge.
No, it's
of
because
science
I'm using the word refracted.
And making a guess. Well, because light refracts.
Yeah, but it's underground.
I'm just saying you're
And
using
it's
an
in a
educated
tank.
guess.
It's in a tank, so it's the water is protected
I'm
from
not
the
saying
sunlight.
educated guesses are always right.
Yeah.
But it's not even an educated guess.
It's an educated guess because you're using your knowledge based on your education to make.
Are you saying I don't have the education to know that underground doesn't get sunlight? Or if the water's in a tank, it can't hit the sun?
He said it's using the sensors to detect radiation.
He also said it's underground.
Yes.
Yeah, and that shows that like you're
That
measuring
means the
such
sunlight
a.
doesn't hit it.
Well,
The radiation, Matt.
the particles
Radiation doesn't
so
get refracted.
the particle's so fine that it can go through matter. That's
Right.
the thing.
Right.
Because a lot of radiation gets stopped by.
And so H2O is not matter?
Well, I think it maybe keeps the sensors cool. Who knows why it's full of
Are
water.
you playing like
I
Devil's
just-
Advocate right now?
I just
yes,
remember-
you are. I totally knew it.
Yeah. So photons can make that journey. We have to theoretically think about that journey. And so if we can't theoretically think about that journey, then we can't understand how photons work.
Full circle back to superpowers.
So just because
I want to shoot photons at my fingertips.
that'd be cool. Is that a power you want or don't want? Because you could argue if you're invisible, because visibility all has to do with light. So if invisibility was actually, if you could control photons, Right?
That's actually very true. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's say your invisibility works by controlling photons. The first thing you learn how to do is bend photons so they dodge you, and so there's no light bouncing off you back into someone else's eyes. And that's your first ability learned. So you accidentally turn invisible one day, and then a few days later you realize you can't just bend the light, but you can also control it. So you can capture photons, and your hand starts glowing, and you can fire photons out like a flashlight.
That would be cool.
Or I can make other things invisible.
Because you're Matt, you probably make your tongue glow. So like every time you open your mouth, like it was like a ton of light.
Yeah.
You like got a flashlight that's in my tongue.
That'd be cool though, because then you can make other things invisible because it's
What I just said.
No, but
said that. But you're taking what I said.
No, but you said it'd be cool if I can make other things invisible. But what he says, and you can make other things invisible, therefore.
That's what I
Yeah,
said.
that's like level 3 or 4 of this power. Can
I haven't
unlock
gotten
different
up
stages.
that high.
How much XP do I need to get that?
Like 3,000.
Yeah, probably
You're
for
at
each
like
level.
50 right now.
Oh dang!
Yeah, so you can like make your tongue glow.
Yeah, you can make like your one hand go invisible, and you can make your tongue glow. That's what you got.
What would making... Alright, here you go.
Uh-huh.
If your superpower was to make one hand invisible,
Yeah,
how would you be productive with that superpower?
I'd be a freaking street magician. You know how many people would be entertained by that? Be like, watch. No tricks. This is not a trick at all. I am actually doing this. But I am a magician, and I am an illusionist. And you take some sort of like... Can I have a pencil off your person? Thank you. You know, who has pencils these days? Can I see your phone? Can you see your phone really fast? And you just move their phone in front of your hand, and maybe you have the camera on, so you add some like woo with the camera, and then your hand turns invisible in front of the camera. Like, how's he doing that? Your hand comes out of the side, freaking not there, and they're like, "What? How'd you do that?" And then you like roll it over, and it's just a stub, and they're like, "Oh!" And they just like lose their mind, and you like whip it back, and you're like, "Oh!" And like you shake your hand a bit, and you hand them the phone back, and they flip out, and they give you money. That's how I do that. Or I do that as reconnaissance while I'm staking out a bad guy, so he doesn't know. It's
Wait,
like, oh, he's just a street
So
magician.
if your hand's invisible, does that mean you still don't leave thumbprints or fingerprints?
That's a good question.
I'm gonna say you would still leave fingerprints because your hand's invisible.
Because you're bending the photons.
Yeah, your hand's there,
So
you would leave fingerprints.
or is it the visible where it actually disappears?
It just can't be seen.
Like, does it dematerialize, or is it just?
It's there. It just can't be seen.
Okay.
But your fingerprints.
Yeah, because your hand's still there.
Okay. How would you use
So
this
that's
power?
I would steal stuff.
Sleight of hand.
Because I can bend the photons to hide my hand and whatever's holding it. So there you go. I would steal stuff, probably.
Oh yeah.
You haven't unlocked that level in your skill tree to refract the photons of other objects yet. Just
but it's in
one
my
hand.
hand. Yeah, so
Man,
like
the minions in this game.
I'm
is
like,
brutal.
I really need some chapstick. I'll grab it. I'll hold it in a fist, and I'll just walk out. I'll be like,
Yeah.
I'm missing a hand, man.
Yeah, and the cashier is just like, that poor girl lost her hand. Some freak gasoline train fight accident.
That's literally all I was thinking. I was like, oh man, all the stuff that I can steal.
Anything you want, as long as it can fit in the palm of my hand.
So earlier,
donut.
I was talking with Will.
I'm a donut hole fan,
I was
actually.
talking to Will about his superpower choices.
Okay. Oh yeah.
He had two.
Okay.
They were not mainstream superpowers. They were very obscene, very impractical to
What were they?
most until they were explained.
Okay.
Will's good for that.
So I'm gonna go with the first one:
Okay.
the ability to summon a sandwich.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Any type of sandwich that you imagine. He just goes boop, and there's your sandwich.
Boop.
Man.
Yep.
You could.
Fully edible, just as you imagine.
So you're trying to close $1 million deal. The man you're talking to is just slightly peckish. And you're like, what if I add a free sandwich into this deal. And he's just like, you know what? I'm just hungry enough to take that deal. I'll sign as long as I get a sandwich. And you're like, boom!
There you go. Okay, so that's the first one.
And he's like, I don't like tomato. And you're like,
Would
okay.
it just appear?
And you
Or
just
would
make a
be
second one.
Yeah, this one's mine then, actually.
Yeah.
And
Alright, so second superpower.
okay, second superpower. Is that how he would use it?
To
how's
close
it?
$1 million deals?
Yeah. How's that you like?
That
when people
wasn't talked about.
taking advantage of people who are slightly peckish that could really use a sandwich. It's like
No,
it's like 1 o'clock,
the
2
The
o'clock.
practicality of
They
this
forgot
ability
their
wasn't
lunch.
talked about, and you'll see why when I tell you the second one. This
Okay.
is where the attention was drawn to, so this is what we talked about.
All right.
Okay. Alright.
Mhm.
So, second superpower. The ability to control other people's bodily functions.
Oh my god.
And the scenario he gave was the same scenario I gave you with sending the guy to space,
Okay.
except Will would just give him diarrhea.
Okay.
On the spot diarrhea.
But like, can you control their like muscle tissues? Like, how much of their bodily functions can you
Bodily
control?
functions. So like burping, farting.
But
diarrhea.
if you're controlling that, then you can control individual muscle. Like, you can completely control the whole body. Then.
Yeah.
Okay then, sure.
Yeah.
You can just make them like walk off a cliff.
And you like if you're like a chiropractor and you could do that, and you could be like, oh man, this person's super tense, and you could like physically like with your mind like relax their muscles, and then like
See,
you
I
could
think
be
you're
a
taking
crazy
this-
healer.
I think you're taking this too far.
Right?
There's a lot of positive with that
Taking
power.
this too far because
You're right. We should stop diarrhea.
When
Next
you
power.
when you say bodily functions, you think of like peeing, you know, like urination.
Yeah,
Oh.
but you got to play it out.
Is that what that is?
Vomit.
No, we're making a podcast about superpowers.
All right,
we're super
all right.
nerds
Play
here.
it out, play it out. Here we go.
We gotta figure out like why does that power work, and eventually at some
So
point
you would
I'm
just
gonna
be the
able
next
to
Dr. House.
unlock. Yeah, eventually I'm going to be able to figure out how to control every single
Would that
tendon.
mean you'd
every
be
But how
able
much
to
muscle.
XP
cure
do you need to
diseases?
control muscles?
Would you cure
That's
Yeah.
a, that's
I
a
don't know.
lot of power.
Like I can make your fingernails grow faster right now, and all of a sudden through this
And to
conversation,
chew them a lot faster too.
yeah, through this conversation, all of a sudden you got wicked lady nails, and you're like, whoa, when did this happen?
I had to chew them right off. Let me tell you. That's a good power to have. The power is the ability to control other people's bad habits.
Like,
So
you
you
mean
can-
just make them go away then?
So no,
Like suppress
No.
them.
no, give them bad habits or take them away. Either way, either one. So you can give somebody a bad habit, or you can take it away from them.
How?
How?
Yeah,
It's a superpower.
Yeah.
Don't ask me
It's a
how.
mental ability.
you gotta at least give me
Maybe you get
the
to,
5
like-
second.
Okay.
Okay,
I have an idea. I have an idea. I have an
It's
idea.
level.
Okay.
It's level 3 of your telekinesis mental power. There you go.
I have an idea.
Okay.
You get to alter the structure or the wiring of their brain.
Okay, so
You
you
need
can
1,763
so-
XP to unlock.
so you can move the synapses around.
Yes,
like,
and then
play around
so
with
what they used to be like addicted to, you can be like, nope. Or you can make them addicted.
that. Huh.
to cocaine.
Yes.
Well, or I'm just gonna like flood your brain with DMT right now, and you're just like tripping,
Yes.
and just like I'm seeing an Alex Gray painting, guys. There's columns with faces, and the faces have eyes, but like they share the same eye.
But then you get so good at your power that you basically can just go into their brain and see like everything that they're thinking and their life and their memories, and then
I feel like you guys just keep
And then you just
wrapping
destroy it, and with a
everything
snap
under
of
one
the-
superpower, and it's making me frustrated.
why?
Just play off for the power we want. Just like, oh, I know exactly how to use this power. Let me tell you what. Okay, so that power was to change bad habits. Yeah. How would that power be used? Like,
Oh, I'd be bad. I'd be a bad guy.
Okay.
For sure. I'd be the arch nemesis of a superhero for sure. The superhero would be coming after me and be like, "Wait! Chew your nails." And that'd give me time to run away. And that's how I would escape from the superhero.
huh? So you could,
Or he'd
so
be
you
chasing
could give
me.
people complexes.
He'd be chasing me, and I'd be like, "Wait, time for a smoke break," and then I'd get away because he's
Oh
gotta
my
sit there and puff through a cigarette because it was.
What if you're fighting Green Lantern? He's got all this willpower. He's like, I've never smoked in a day in my life, and now I've got this craving. And you know what? I don't even need this craving.
But see, that's the thing.
I've got all this
That's your
willpower.
downfall.
I've got my ring.
You can
He's
only
got,
prey on the
he's got his
weak-minded.
willpower, but my ability is his kryptonite.
But he's got willpower. You think
But
Green Lantern
willpower-
succumbs to his bad habits?
Look at how powerful Superman is. He gets around one little green, bluish, glowy rock, and guess what? He's done.
Well, Superman wasn't gifted a magical ring from space to be a space police because of his emotional
Guess
connection
what?
to
My bad habit I'm going to give him
Yeah.
is taking jewelry off. Guess what? He has that cool ring. I'm just going to take his ring off. And then guess what? No powers.
Fair. Yeah.
Because he doesn't have
But
powers.
how's that
He has
habit,
a
though?
ring.
Like, how's that?
How's
like,
that a habit? I
Like,
don't know.
it's a
I made
habit
it
if
up.
you like, if you walk through a door, you take your jewelry off because you're getting home. That's like a subconscious thing.
Okay.
Like you can maybe maybe you can plant seeds in people's subconscious, like Inception style.
Here's the bad habit.
Like you can enter their dreams and be like, "Mwah."
Here's the bad habit.
Let me talk to you in your dream.
He doesn't like anything shiny, so he's
How's that a bad
impulsively being told by his brain to remove it
So you
from
get-
himself and anybody he comes in contact with.
I
So
think
everybody he
okay,
comes across.
Never being a dream psychologist or thinking Inception is real. I think it'd be way easier to just have him come home 1,000 times in his brain and take his hand and take his hand off, take his ring off. That was a different superpower. Take his ring off, right? So every time he walks through the door, he thinks I have to take my ring off. And if you catch him off guard,
what you're
like if
saying
you've got his maiden, got the damsel in distress, and he walks through a doorway, he's just like, he would because he's shocked. He's shocked that she's there. Why is she there? Take it off. All of a sudden, his suit disappears. She realizes who he is. Big drama. He doesn't put the ring on right away again.
Because again, you gotta make a movie. That's why people do dumb things in movies. You gotta make a movie. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, you're running away from the bad guy, you fall, and then you see him walking towards you, so you crawl instead of get back up and continue running. You gotta make a movie.
Why didn't they take the Eagles all the way to Mordor? Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been a bad movie. Yeah.
You gotta try it a little bit.
Fair.
How long is it?
We are at 1 hour and 6 minutes.
Wow, look at us go.
Yeah,
Just plugging right along.
we are.
These superpowers. I didn't expect this to be the whole thing.
Yeah, we spent because we got derailed a bit, taking them a little seriously. Which I think, if you're gonna flesh out superheroes, flesh out a superhero world, especially in the information age, where science is when like a couple lines of science isn't gonna cut it because it's just gonna make people freak out in the theaters.
Right.
Because it's just gonna like no,
That makes no sense.
that doesn't work like that. Like I study this. I'm gonna make a bad tweet about this and be like, this sucks because science, and then people laugh at it because they're like, oh,
Okay, here's one.
yeah,
The ability to make anybody doubt every decision they make.
that's rough.
Yeah.
That's a rough one.
Like, they might be able to fight through the doubt, but if they make a decision, they're going to take a minute because they're doubting themselves.
But what if?
This falls under your telekinesis and your mental manipulation, and
That's
you
that's
just need
basically.
to
No, I
what if
was
they're
gonna
on
say-
antidepressants? Depressants.
Yeah.
'Cause that's basically being depressed.
Yeah, it's like anxiety and depression. So what if they were able to fight that or like
by
work
taking
past it?
antidepressants.
Or not
Yeah,
even
what if-
taking antidepressants, but like they were just like that mentally strong, and then so you do that, and they're like, haha, can't defeat me.
Then guess what? I guess you just figured out how to defeat me. Darn.
Haha! Now let me slap you with my invisible hand. Like if these bad powers had to fight each other, like it was just this universe of like crazy lame powers.
You mean DC?
Oh! Ow! Oh dang!
Got him, man. As he looks at his flash belt.
Yeah. It's rough.
Got him. Darn.
Yeah.
Is it just me or is it hot in here?
It's pretty warm. We have it's 82 degrees in here. We got a thermostat.
Oh, rough.
Yeah. We can turn the air conditioner on.
That's
Okay.
I'll just sweat.
Good conversation.
Son.
Yeah. I'm glad we record this and put it online.
Oh yeah.
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 What if your superpower was to sweat?
That's a lame superpower.
Yeah.
But then you would never have to drink water, I guess.
No, you'd have to drink tons of water.
Yeah. Because every time you use your superpower.
Oh, if you can control your sweat, then that'd be true. Because then you never sweat, but then you'd overheat.
Would you though?
Yeah, because you sweat because you
Your
have to.
body
Would you
needs-
though?
Yeah.
If you have access to like a full body freezer, then yeah, you can just walk in there for a couple minutes and then walk back out.
A full body freezer?
Yeah.
You mean like a walk-in freezer?
Wouldn't you technically poison?
I guess that's like they may call that in like Korea. I don't know. You spend some time not in America and you didn't go to Korea?
No.
No?
No.
You studied Korean though.
Yeah.
Not Korea?
Nope.
You didn't go to Korea?
Nope.
I swear we talked about how you went to Korea.
Not once.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay. Let me just update Matt in my brain.
There we
Never
go.
in Korea. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know his favorite movie was. That.
Was what? Go ahead. What is
I
it?
don't know. There's a T in there.
Sounds Spanish. I don't know. It's a type of car, maybe.
Sounds fancy. Sounds old.
What is there a creator or author that you keep going back to?
Star Wars.
No.
Well, like Christopher Nolan. Like I haven't seen a Christopher Nolan movie that's like, well, that's not like his style. You know, it's like I know what to expect from him. I'm always really entertained. They're always very
Adam
thought-provoking. Oh, Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler.
Nice.
For sure.
Okay.
For sure. It's gonna be funny. Storyline might not always be there. Not always good movies. I'll give you that, Adam Sandler. You don't always make good movies. But
He's like,
if it's a comedy, if it's a comedy,
He's out there going like, I want to try this free flow podcast.
if it's a comedy, you're a funny dude. Keep it up. Happy Madison Productions over here.
What? He hasn't done something in a while.
Yes, he has.
What was the last thing he did?
He just did a movie with, it was about a wedding. The day, what was it called? The day of or something like that?
Oh.
The day before?
Oh. It's like a full blown movie? Is it like?
Yeah, it was a full-blown movie.
Yeah.
It was the day before his daughter's wedding.
Oh.
The week of, maybe it was the week. It was the week. It was the week leading up to the wedding. The week of is what I think it was called.
Did you watch it?
Yeah. And it was basically about like the week leading up to his daughter's wedding, and all this stuff kept happening, and like the venue went to crap, or like decorations or people or where everyone was gonna stay. So they had both families all staying in their house because none of the hotel arrangements ended up working out, and it was just this crazy like story.
Are you watching this for your wedding prep? For, like,
No,
prepping your psyche for.
it was just an Adam Sandler movie, and I was like, I want to laugh, so I watched it. And the storyline wasn't very good, but it was funny.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, Click.
Oh, I hate that movie.
Yeah.
But not like because it was a bad movie, because it made me so sad, and I was like,
Did you cry?
almost.
Of course. I cried. If you watch Click, you should cry.
Huh.
You're allowed to cry during Click.
Oh, I hate that
Okay.
movie.
Have you seen Click?
No.
Dude, you need to see Click.
Is
Isn't it Click It? I
No,
thought
it's Click.
like what's it about?
So he gets a remote to
Universal
his life.
Remote.
Oh, I remember that.
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna tell him all about it because you need to watch it.
No, it's been a while. No, I was thinking like a recent. Like,
No,
like
no,
more
it's
recent
an old
movie. Yeah. No,
Early
I do
2000s.
remember that. Yeah.
He gets the remote to his life, and then if he uses it, it remembers what he uses it on. So, like, for example, one time he had a cold, and so he was like, fast forward till I'm better. And it was like, bzz, and then it was like a week. But then he went to the doctor and found out, like, he was, like, sick, had, like, cancer. And it was like, okay, zip, and it zipped past, like, 15 years until he was cured of cancer. And then he had to, like, see what he had missed in his 15 years. Like, his kids growing up, they weren't little toddlers anymore. They were adults.
Yeah.
And, you know, stuff like that.
This is a funny movie?
I wouldn't.
Beginning.
There are funny parts, but the overall movie would just, I don't even know what I would.
I feel like a lot of his movies have that tone. Like he's goofy in the movie, but the movie isn't really funny.
No, there's
He's
a
not
lot
like-
of movies where it's a comedy. Oh yeah.
No.
Oh yeah.
Like what's that golf one?
Happy Gilmore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the first one I thought of when you said his name. I was
Yeah.
like, oh yeah.
That's a goofy movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Word.
I don't know. Like, it doesn't seem like he's making.
He was in the week of, or whatever that movie was called, and then he just did that one. It was a Netflix original, and it was called like the 6 something or 5 something. It was like 5 or 6 famous male actors. And it was set in like the Wild West, and it was a garbage movie. We ended up watching it. Bad movie night that I used to do when I lived in Monterey. We had bad movie night every Friday, and we watched it one Friday.
Nice.
And it was terrible. But yeah, he was in that. It was pretty bad. Yeah. Why are you looking at me? I had a phone buzz. So I had to
Yeah,
check
you
it
did.
out.
Yeah, you were just checking your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, the movie was bad. It was bad. Really bad.
Worst movie you've ever seen?
Sharknado. All 4.
Do you know who makes those movies? Like Sharknado?
No, but they were garbage.
That's Asylum Productions.
Okay.
And they make that's what they do. They make these like garbage movies.
Yeah.
Like all their movies have titles like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they basically like they exist to like trick dads at like Redbox when they're like they have a movie called like Transmorphers, and like it's just like almost and they spend like a little extra money on like making a good cover, and the movie's like super like just low quality garbage.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Ant Boy.
And they've got something like that, totally. Yeah. They've got like this nice submarine set that they like that's like the one nice prop they have in their whole production studio. So every movie has this like submarine scene, even if it's like completely unnecessary.
Oh my god.
They're like, no, we're juicing the submarine we got. Yeah, I learned about that through like Red Letter Media, because they do a lot of because they're like this like group of guys that make movies out in Pittsburgh. They do a lot of like Star Wars reviews and pop
Star Wars
reviews. Yeah. They're pretty amusing. Red Letter Media. Yeah. Yeah, definitely adult content, I would say. Yeah, most of the time. I don't
It
know.
was a pretty trashy movie though.
Yeah.
All 4 Sharknadoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. They started getting not only was there tornadoes with sharks in them. So the first one had one tornado with a shark in it. Multiple sharks, but it was just one.
Yeah.
And in the second movie, there was multiple. Then in the third movie, I don't remember. But then the fourth movie, they were elemental. So there was like fire shark tornadoes. There was like electrical ones. There was
wind shark tornadoes.
Shut up. there was like earth ones with like chunks of rock. There was one where the sharks were like literally exploding, I think. But yeah, it was pretty bad
stuff. So if we compare that to Jaws, which is a cinematic classic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, everyone loves Jaws.
Oh yeah. Andrea hasn't seen it.
Really?
I haven't.
Well, it's really cool. It's Steven Spielberg, right? And one of the coolest things about it was they had a fully animatronic shark, right? But it broke before they started filming. And Spielberg was like, what the heck am I going to do? I don't have a shark and I'm making a shark movie. It's like Shark's big bad guy. So they just like ripped the fin off. They're using the fin in the water, right? And it made but like they were worried about wearing out the fin. So when they're hunting the shark, they make up this whole thing that like they shoot the shark with like a harpoon with like this like big water barrel, and the water barrel like jumps off the boat, And so, like, when you know the shark's coming, when you see this, like, blue water barrel, it's like a yellow water barrel, I can't remember, it's been forever.
Like yellow
Yeah.
orange or something.
And so it's like, so the shark had this whole, like, mystery to it, because you never really saw it. And that's really fascinating.
Until it was eating you.
Yeah.
It builds suspense.
Yeah.
And then Jaws 2. And then Jaws 3.
Well, the fascinating things, like...
Jaws 4.
So I think this is something about George Lucas and Spielberg, right? That they're, like, that older filmmaking style, where you had to literally go out... Like, there's a scene in Indiana Jones where he walks out in Egypt, and they had to go around to each house and ask them to take down their TV antenna. Because there's this one shot where you see all of Cairo, and because, I mean, it's 1940s, there's no TV antennas, or dishes or anything like that, so they had to take all those down to shoot that scene. So there was, like, all this, like, legwork to get the scene to happen. They couldn't just, like, edit it out on the computer. So, like, making these, like, really tangible movies, I think, made them, like, really great. Like, George Lucas couldn't do his first idea, so he had to think up 5 different ideas, and, number 6, half cobbled together, was what finally made it in the movie because of budget and everything. So, like, the deck of the Death Star, or like the cover of the Death Star, where it's just like battleship models. They just bought like a ton of battleship models and like cracked them out and like glued them down to just cardboard, and they ran their cameras across it at a decent speed, and they made it look like this crazy spaceship. So it's like, that's the type of environment that those guys thrived in. So if you gave them a broken shark, they could make this crazy great movie. And that's something I think directors nowadays could take some time to do. And then also, like, when you give these guys, like, CGI, why their movies immediately suck. Because there's no challenge. There's no, like, they can just go with their first idea. Go like, oh, like, we're just going to have them walk in front of the green screen, and then we'll just throw it all in. Yeah. And then this is why Christopher Nolan, I think, has that success, because he's all about the real film. He's all about, like, whatever happens on screen, it's actually happening, and we do very minimal edits with CGI. So that's why, like, the Batman movies look so freaking good, and Inception and stuff, because like a lot of those scenes are like sometimes they're composited. But, yeah, it's all, like, real stuff happening in front of the camera.
That's good.
Yeah. That's a whole rant of why I think, particularly why George Lucas made really good movies when he was younger.
Do you think that has anything to do with the lack of critical thinking skills in today's age?
Yeah, I guess.
Well, not necessarily, because...
Well, because if you think about it, right... Like you were
because
saying,
these are old guys.
They had the ability to have an issue and be able to work around it because they had to physically do a thing. So, like, in Jaws, shark broke. Thinking, got it, we'll use a barrel.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now, it's just like, okay, hey, CGI. Okay, what issues are you going to have with CGI? Oh, I don't know how to do it? Okay, you're fired, let's find someone who does.
Yeah, or just budget. How much money do you got?
Yeah.
Like the problem happens with, like, TV shows and
you
stuff.
don't need the critical thinking.
Yeah. Like, the problem solving isn't quite there. But I think it just moves. It moves to whatever the new cutting field is. Like with...
Edge
technology. Or like wherever the edge of culture is. So it moves out of galleries and it moves into the streets. Or, it moves out of the film, the cinema, and moves into YouTube or whatever. So it's like you see that, like, innovation and urge to create something great out of nothing coming from these people who just have cell phones and they're running around and they're making great videos and they're, like, slowly adding their arsenal and they're slowly getting better and better as they make videos. But yeah,
or you could just join the army and get taught how to make cool videos.
That's true.
Andrea,
Stop. I just know how to make videos. They're not great videos, but
they're great videos.
They're fun.
She made a superhero video once.
oh my god.
Oh, dang.
She did.
They let you do that as part of training?
Yeah, because it was like for a commercial, and so I pretended to be Wonder Woman, and I was wearing my PT uniform, and
PT is exercise.
Yes,
Ah.
physical training uniform,
Classic.
and I fixed a soldier who was out of uniform.
Oh.
Out of uniform means their uniform was all jacked up.
Yes, and so basically I had really bad editing and this little like rectangle going across the screen when I snapped my fingers, and then it like zapped her and she was like and then it like cut really bad to her being like all properly dressed, and she's like yeah. I was like yeah. And then I had a really lame fan angled in a good way where my cape was all like flowing. It was just really bad. But yeah.
That's hilarious.
They showed it at my graduation, so it was okay.
Oh man.
That's why you're my superhero.
Oh my god, you're so cheesy.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Where do you see filmmaking taking you? Because this is like a new. Because it's like you're very creative. You've painted a mural in the gym before.
Yeah.
You know, you've done a lot of like vector art design work and stuff.
I have no idea, but I just know that I really love video, and I didn't expect it to like it so much, and now I want to like incorporate it into my life. But I was thinking about like maybe I can like start drawing again, and then once I get a good following in social media, then I can start making like just videos of me drawing as a beginning thing, and then I'll see where that goes.
Just jump in with both feet. Make that final idea as your first idea, and just go with it.
I might.
Yeah, because I did it. Because an easy way that you can get people to watch your videos is if you find similar videos and you just comment on them, right? Mm-hmm. It's like you can drop a comment, be like, "Oh gosh, cool video! Like time lapse, you know, your watercolor style is neat," and then you reply to your own comment, so it's not like you're just like click bombarding them or like just link dropping. Mm-hmm. And then under your own comment, you say, "Oh hey, by the way, I made a similar time lapse of my own art." And because they're another artist, they're like, "Oh, let's check out this other person's art," and they check it out. And I did that to one of the ink drawings I did, and it's in the last arsenal of 20 videos I've made, it has the most views right now and it has the most engagement with most people outside of like my subscription, because I worked the video a bit and I promoted it by asking or finding people who wanted to watch it.
To just get a following just based off posting videos, you have to kind of promote it.
Yeah. So, if I was going to do that with if you just did that under the topic, so art's great for that, because if you just did that under the topic of vlogging, that's a big problem, because, a lot of vlogs are travel vlogs, or a lot of vlogs are it's all of the map of who's making a vlog. And when I searched, because I did this for this drawing I did of the St. George piece I drew, and the next day I made a vlog, and I was like, oh, I should do that same thing I did for that video for this one. And so I searched, you search vlog, and then you go to filters, and you go recently posted, so you can see everything that's been recently uploaded. So it's not based off quality, or like some sort of algorithm filtering it. It's just whoever just posted in the last 10 minutes. And it was the first day of school for a lot of, so it was a lot of these teenager vlogs and all these tweens making YouTube videos. I'm first day back at school, it's in my bag, I got my pencils, I'm worried about this. And I'm like, okay, yeah, they're not going to care at all about my video or anything like that. So it's but at the same time, I found a guy that was down in Puerto Rico. I think he's in Puerto Rico. Maybe he's on an island. I don't know.
If you're listening to this, he apologizes for not knowing where you're from.
Yeah, well, I haven't watched many of his videos. Or it was a guy. It's he's a vegan. He's living off the grid, and he makes
That's cool.
a vlog out in. I'm pretty sure it's Puerto Rico. And
what's cool? The fact he's a vegan, or he lives off the grid?
That he's a guy who lives on an island who makes videos off the grid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just clarifying.
What?
No reason at all. I'm just clarifying.
You just pounced on that pretty quick. You're why? Hang on.
Well, see, you probably thought I was gonna make a joke about vegans or say something bad, but no. just getting you to expand.
Oh. Right.
I think it's because that's an unlikely combo. That's why maybe that was exciting. Because it's like, you wouldn't expect a vegan to live off the grid, because that's more like a prepper thing. You know, like living off the grid. And being like, I've got all my canned food, and I learned how to make my own concrete to fix my bunker. You know. And
I almost
to have like a guy having his garden, you know.
I almost stole 2 boxes of MREs from the army
Oh my god.
today.
Why?
Why not?
Just to be prepared.
Winco sells MREs.
Yeah, and it's like
Yeah.
$100 for a box of 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
But they've got MRE peanut butter, which is hilarious.
That's
Ew.
They got little
delicious.
packets of
That's
MRE peanut
pretty
butter.
good.
I never want
MRE peanut butter is pretty fire.
Oh my
It's good if you're desperate.
It's pretty fun.
It's no Jiffy.
If it's all you
But-
have, then you're just like, yes, this peanut butter is so good.
You know what's really good? And I don't know if you've ever had it. I've only had it once. And it's MRE chocolate peanut butter. AKA
Oh, Nutella.
MRE Nutella.
I
Nice.
had it. It's
Yeah.
okay.
It's pretty good.
It's good when you're desperate.
It doesn't live up to the hype.
When you're basic and literally the only dessert you can have is like peanut butter, then you're just like, peanut butter is so good.
You know what else is
Yeah.
really good? MRE jalapeno cheese.
No.
Yes.
I hate that cheese.
So-
it's trash.
No.
Are you
You're
aware
trash.
of the phenomenon of people buying old MREs off eBay and then eating them in videos?
Yes.
Why?
Are you
I
aware
don't know.
of, are
They
you,
just love MREs.
Are you aware of the phenomenon of people buying MREs and then trying to cook gourmet meals with them?
No.
That's funny. I think
That's
that's
the thing.
funny because
That's interesting.
see, I
That's the
watched
thing.
that, but the other one, I feel like have you never like really in your life eaten an MRE? And you just needed to buy a really
I think
old
they
one.
I think they just want to know. Like it's like I
What?
Robbie showed me these, and it was like it was a like MRE like peanut butter and crackers
Oh, yeah.
or something, and like the crackers and the jelly was awful, but the peanut butter was still basically the same. And he was like,
No, you have to
"Yeah,
get.
peanut
You have
butter's
to
not that
get.
bad." It was funny. It was just a funny video in the sense that like
I guess
he wasn't doing it to be like ironic or something. He was just literally. He just wanted to eat this hella old MRE. It was just really
No,
funny.
you have to get the white shortbread with the grape jelly.
Dude, I would
That's
trade
what's so
for that
good.
stuff.
Yeah.
my
Oh
God.
dang!
Yeah.
Like
that's pretty
trading
good.
is like a big thing when you have like MREs.
They used to have, and some MREs still have it. It's rare, but the big thing was patriotic sugar cookies.
Oh my god! Yes.
Literally, if you found patriotic sugar cookies in your MRE, it was like winning the lottery.
Huh?
But when that day came, oh, you were happy. You were happy.
I got
So they're all they are is sweetened shortbread cookies,
Yeah.
but they're so good.
Huh?
So good. When, especially if you're in basic training and like you can't have anything, when you're eating these patriotic sugar cookies, and they're called patriotic sugar cookies because they're in shapes of like the Statue of Liberty torch,
Oh, okay.
or like Statue of Liberty head,
I imagine they
or
were
American
eagles.
flag, right?
Yeah.
No. So
But like little mom
when
cookies.
when you're eating them,
like little
you
shapes.
feel like you're normal again, and you're like, oh yes, these are good. And then you're out, and you're like, oh, now I'm sad.
for that split second, you're like, oh. Dude, but no, they had the oatmeal chocolate chip.
You know what, John?
Hmm.
I have 3 MREs in my house. We should get you on your vlog
Give
as
me
a
an
reaction video
Reaction video.
for your MRE.
That sounds good.
We should totally do it.
Because actually, because me and Robbie went camping. This is when I learned that Winco had MREs.
Mm-hmm.
And he bought some MRE peanut butter.
Okay.
I can't remember if I tried
Did
it
you
or not.
just buy the peanut butter, or did you buy a full MRE?
No, he just bought the peanut butter.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when I acquired these MREs,
Yeah.
tactically acquired them.
Tactically.
I, on purpose.
I love you, lefty invisible hand.
On purpose, I grabbed some of the worst flavors of MREs.
Oh.
Solely for the purpose of if I ever had a friend who wanted to taste one, I could give them the worst of the worst.
What are they?
Let's see. One of them was the sausage and brown gravy.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Oh yeah.
Look at that wiener.
I had a meatloaf one, but I had a friend try it. What else?
Is it chicken chunks?
That's gonna age well.
No,
Meatloaf.
it's.
I hate chicken chunks.
I don't remember
It's like
what the other
worst
ones
one.
are. I don't remember what else there was, but yeah, it was pretty bad. But anyways, we'll bring it and you can try it out. Do a reaction vid on your phone
Cool. I like it.
if you're interested.
No, I'm down.
You want
Let's
to
do that.
dive into
To the world of MRE.
While you
Yeah.
eat that, I'm gonna eat my like to-go Subway or something like that.
Yeah.
So you feel bad.
No, and I'll eat it with you too.
I will.
Nice.
Yeah, no, I'll eat it with you.
I hate
I've eaten hundreds, probably. Yeah, hundreds
Hundreds.
of MREs.
Okay. That's great.
Yeah, they're not good.
They're so awful.
They're not good. But speaking of food, I'm hungry.
I'm sorry.
And-
I
Oh,
did
yeah.
not eat lunch.
Yeah, we have dinner ready at home. All we have to do is put it in the oven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so when I did this podcast with Colton, he brought these super tasty root beers,
Okay.
and I was thinking next beverages for the podcast would be cool.
Okay.
I was thinking like maybe kombucha because they're healthy. Sometimes we do this at night, so coffee would be a bad call. So
I don't
dude,
know what kombucha
a
is.
kombucha. Well, you know what? That sounds like a great topic for next time.
Yeah.
Next time on Night Jams.
Night jams.
With a Z that you didn't put on there.
No, I
I'm
didn't.
Very disappointed.
No, I didn't put the Z because no one had night jams when I looked on iTunes. So
No one thinks about Z. They just put S in.
well, it's like if there was already a show called Night Jams, then I would put the Z, right? Because then we could be like, oh, Night Jams is the Z because we're cool because we do parkour. But like.